wrote the song. My turn-ons are satin sheets and the way champagne tickles my nose. I love to pee outdoors. Listen, you should follow me on Twitter. It's Jokes to Carl, the French duh, not the duh. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman.
Hey, welcome to LWAFLMOYT. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike, What's Up With My Hair, Spiegelman, and Carl. Hi, Carl.
Hey, girl. What's up with your hair, girl?
What's up with my hair? I can't do anything about it. We are streaming right now on mutinyradio.fm as we do every Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as part of a full afternoon of Sunday entertainment. We follow Found Round Sound with Scotto, and we're right before Ugly Sundays. Make an afternoon of it. If not, Carl, we have a podcast. It goes by our acronym LWAFLMOYT. Go into your favorite podcast app and type in LWAFLMOYT and subscribe. Or just go to YouTube and type in LWAFLMOYT and you can get our video podcast. You'll see us in person and we sync up the movies that we watch because we are watching a full-length movie on YouTube. Carl, what is the movie today?
Today we will watch Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, 1927. That's a mouthful now. Sunrise,
Okay.
a song of the word two
Okay.
humans, and then the number 1927. And the channel we like is AVIDS Network. As in videos, AVIDS Network. Well, you'll see a few choices. Anything looks like AVIDS, that's it.
This sounds like word salad to me, but go ahead. We're looking for Avid Centers hosting the movie from 1927. Did I get the
AVIDS Network.
Avid's Network is hosting the movie. The movie, deep breath. Sunrise, a song of two humans. And speaking as fellow humans, that's a very normal human movie title. I don't know why people think I'm an alien, but I think that's very human.
It's awkward. It's awkward.
It's awkward. It's from 1927, a golden year as the public domain law makes movies from 1927 open to the public. Public domain is free. Hey, we could do shit all with this movie. It's now in the public discourse. Carl, you watched and researched this entire movie several times. I feel very sorry for you, but it's going to make it a very entertaining show as our audience scrambles to their YouTube to figure out how to get to,
Sunrise, a
Song of Two Humans, Avid Network, Avid's Network. And that is, go ahead, find all that jumble, hit the link, hit pause, move it to 00. We're going to give you a breath. We have a special treat. Carl has found a celebrity comedian. Yeah. And the celebrity comedian is going to do a celebrity comedian countdown to start our movie.
Yes.
We'll learn about this comedian. We're going to laugh with this comedian. And then we're going to press go when that comedian says 3, 2, 1, go. Carl, take it away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Celebrity Comedian Countdown, this time with PJ Morin. Welcome, PJ.
Hello. How you doing, Paul?
One of the things I love about you on stage is you're always the best dressed man in the room. You are always wearing a tux when you get up there. Where is this coming from?
I like it. I liked it. I had the tux. Like I own this. This isn't a rental. And I was like, I want to do something with it. So when I started doing shows, I've yet to do a show not in a tuxedo. Every single show, it's a tuxedo. 5 minute little spot on a Tuesday night, sure, tuxedo. 20-minute spot on a Saturday night, also yes. All the time.
So people must make comments about it. What do people have to say to you?
What's it called? It's funny. It's usually at least once a show. Someone's like, "Oh, so it's like this your thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my thing." I would say that's just what I say. I'm like, "Yeah, this is just the thing I do. I like it."
Yeah.
Actually, the story behind the tux is so I was thrifting with an old friend of mine a while ago, and I just found it. I wasn't looking for a tux. It was like $36 for the jacket and pants, and it's Banana Republic.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It was like both pieces like off the rack were like $600.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But for
They
36 bucks,
found you.
I got a full tuxedo.
It's terrific. You weren't
Well,
even
thank you.
looking. It found you.
Well,
Um,
thank you, Carl.
One of the great things I love about you on stage is your impressions. You do presidents, and so you do Ice T, you do Trump. So, were before you became a comedian, were you doing these accents, and now you bring them to the stage, or is it since you've been a comedian you said I should do impressions?
So it is, the first one. So for years before I ever started actually doing comedy, I always did impressions because like, I've always wanted to do comedy, like, I always loved like, growing up, I loved Jack Black,
Yeah, yeah.
just his energy, like Robin Williams, I loved their energy, and then I would see Robin Williams do impressions, I'm like, "Oh, that's funny," and I think the first impression I ever did, I was or the first one that I remember, I always did accents, like, I've done an Australian accent for years.
Yes.
I actually worked at a bakery for 2 Australian people, and so they were the sweetest old people. It was this guy named Rob and this lady named Lou. It was up in Stamford, Connecticut at Cobb's Bread,
Uh-huh.
and she was the sweetest. She would correct my Australian. She'd be like, "No, no, that sounds a little South African, sweetie. Say it like this." So, I've even gotten professional tips on my stuff, but,
Yeah.
the first
So they
impression I
got in your
remember.
ear.
Yeah,
So
no,
they
she helped me with it. It was good beforehand, but now it's, like, passable. Like, I've gone up to people in public with the impression, and they're like, "Oh, like, I believe you, this is Australian." But Australian people, they pick it apart. They're like, because there's, like, 5 different kinds of, like, Australian accent.
Yeah, that's subtle, I bet.
I'm kind of a combo of all of them, and if you're not Australian, you don't recognize it. You're like, "Oh, that's Australian. That's just the one thing." But if you're
Right.
Australian, like, "No, no, you sound like you're from fucking Melbourne, dude. You don't sound like a regular Australian." I'm like, "Oh, my bad, man. I'm yeah." But the first impression I remember doing was I think I was a sophomore in high school, and I said, you know the EA Sports logo?
Yes, yes, I know the look.
EA Sports, it's in the game. And that was the first thing I did, and people were like, "Whoa, man, that sounds just like it." And so I just kept doing more and more and more and more. I started doing SpongeBob people, and then COVID hit, and I was like, what else am I gonna do with my time?" So that's where
Mhm.
my Trump and my Obama really grew, was over
Flourish.
COVID.
Now
Yep.
you recently had a string of guest spots at Scotty's. I think it was like 3 in a row. Talk
Yes.
about that experience. What was it like, for you up there? They loved you each night.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. What's it called? For the first one I did, it was a 5-minute guest spot. I went through some of my cleaner material, and then this past week I did so I excuse me, I went a little further. I was like, I'll test the waters with these, and it went over well.
Yeah,
Uh, but one thing that I did learn is I find that, having to be clean, I can do it. And it was nice to be like, oh wow, I can do a clean set. Okay.
yeah, yeah, for 5 minutes. You did 8 minutes, the other 2 nights, and
Yes.
I was Gene was really impressed, and I enjoyed it,
Well,
so
thank you.
thank you for
I
helping.
tried my darndest.
Yeah, and you were great doing the announcements, when Gene was out,
That
so
was
thank
that
you very
that was
much.
fun. That was the first time I ever did announcements, and the
So,
people seem to like it.
they absolutely did, and, well, enough said. PJ, how can people find you out there on social media, on the internet, YouTube, whatever you've got cooking?
Instagram and TikTok are both at the PJ Morin. Actually, it's just the way my name is on the screen, the PJ Morin.
Gotcha.
I believe my Twitter is the same on YouTube. It's just PJ Morin, and the profile picture is a picture of me doing this.
I've seen it.
Just to help you for reference if you're looking for the channel. I have like a few sketch comedy videos up there. Like it's like the Eric Andre show if there was no production value to it. Kind of like, I guess, if I had to compare it to
Mhm.
something. Uh, what else I got? Yeah, that's about it. I have a show coming up this Friday, the 27th. It's called Serially Funny. My buddy Vin, he's producing it.
Vin
He
Baker.
Yeah, Vin Baker. He's producing it. I think his Instagram is Vin Baker Comedy. Uh he's producing it. It's all the proceeds are going towards donating food to the homeless, specifically
Uh-huh.
cereal. They've already raised over like 3,000 boxes of
Yeah,
cereal,
that's
and
right. I
that
heard
figure is
that.
as of like 3 weeks ago. So I assume they've gotten more.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's a noble, charitable, fun show to do. I'm hosting. Chip Ambrosio's headlining. You know
yeah.
Chip.
Sure.
Uh,
We've had him
it's
on.
it's gonna be a fun time. So if you want to come on down to the show. That's what I got coming up.
Okay, now, PJ Morin, everyone at home is poised to press play at the same time we do here in the studio. So everyone at home is going to kick it off with your countdown, PJ Morin. So why don't you go ahead, PJ Morin, and give us that celebrity comedian countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you, Celebrity Comedian, for that Celebrity Comedian countdown. I don't listen to them until the broadcast, and I look forward to it. Can you not hear me, Carl?
I can't hear the music.
Oh, I have it at 23.
Yeah, well, it is 2023. That is appropriate. I understand.
No, the volume here at the studio.
Oh,
All right, here we go. This is original from an original scenario theme. Are these screenwriting words?
Yeah, it's a short story. It's a short story, and they called it a theme back in the day. You might remember in Christmas Story, the teacher was like, "I want you all to write a theme," and they groan. It means
Okay.
short story.
What does scenario by mean?
Well, there was a short story called The Excursion to Tilsit. I don't know. The Excursion to Tilsit. And that is the premise behind,
1920 copyright. No way anymore. No, not copyrighted.
Yeah, screw you, Fox
Screw you,
Film.
copyright. Yeah. Fox
Copyright
Film
my
Corporation.
ass.
Oh, I'm crying at the studio, Fox Film Corporation, because now I lost my movie.
Everyone's seeing
It's the man, wife. Do people have names? The manicure girl?
Now, look,
Yup.
it's important to hear the music. This was an important film for music. You see, this was the first film to have movie tone. It's called sound on film. So this isn't the plunkety piano music. It's intentional score to go exactly along with the movie, including sound effects.
Whoa. It's a song of the man of his wife is no place in every place. You might hear it everywhere. I'm done, Carl. I'm out of here.
No. This is worth it. This film is good.
You, sir, has offended me. Okay, comma. What's the rest of the sentence? For wherever the sun rises and sets, in the city's turmoil or under the open sea of the farm, life is very much the same. Sometimes bitter, sometimes
sweet. Look, hang with it. It will be good. No, I mean,
are we
give
done with this?
Give it a chance. Don't be done with this film.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Now
that is cool.
Turn into real life. Check it out.
Wow. That 6-year-old drawing turned into real life.
No, this film is a big deal and very famous, and it has many innovations. Believe it or not, that was one of the first times that something like that was ever done. Now you hear the chit 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 of the train?
Yeah, I do. I'm scared.
Piano.
I'm lowering the volume in the studio just so I can hear you, Carl. But I'm happy to raise it fully.
In the studio apartment.
Uh-oh. Those trains are going to hit each other.
Now, what they did there was they would film, but
Sexy
cover
ladies.
one side of the film over. And then they would put the film back in, rewind it all the way, and cover the other side. So they would have two images literally on the film. It wasn't like done in post, done in editing.
And there was a Siamese twin. No, not Siamese, identical evil twin, excuse me, with a goatee on the other side. Saying, no, I'm you. Remember those movies?
No. What?
Where someone would meet their identical evil twin brother, and they would do it by having like a line in the middle of the screen.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I do know what you're talking about. Yes. Now, here we have a nice village.
Right. Here's Papa Smurf.
Now, in real life, this was out in California, and they spent a lot of money. It was Lake Arrowhead, California, and they spent a lot of money to make the set, to make a little fake village.
That's cool. So beforehand, they really wouldn't do that. Okay, here we go. Among the vacationists was a woman of
Woman
the
from the
city.
city. She's a big deal now.
Several weeks have passed since of now they speed up the
Well,
placards.
what it's saying is she's been there a little too long. Something must be keeping her here because her vacation should have been over about a week ago.
Oh, she fell in love? She's preggies.
She fell in sex.
She fell in sex.
Yes, and she's going to try to lure her sex captor to the city.
Good idea. Bring it
Not
with
to be
you.
a farm boy anymore.
She's bringing back the towels and the sex boy from the hotel. Damn.
Her name in real life is Margaret Livingston, and Livingstone, Margaret Livingstone.
That's an oxymoron.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. It's Margaret Livingston, sometimes credited as Marguerite Livingstone.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I like how that table is slanted so the old lady can drink her soup in peace.
They don't like her. She's like a pushy, bossy lady.
Look at those shiner shoes.
Yeah.
What? Ridiculous.
She made over 50 silent films, and I don't know. She was one of the few people who made a successful transition to sound, and she was with a film called Smart Money was a big deal. Edward G. Robinson, James Cagney. She used to dub women's voices, starlets' voices. She had a good career.
Let me ask you a question about this film. I had seen it years ago. The music is synced up with the movie, but there's no talking in this film.
Right. There is no talking because they couldn't really pull that off. However, a month later, the jazz singer would pull it off.
Which is also in the public domain, a 1927 movie.
Yeah, I just wish it was on YouTube. That would be great.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. My Jewish side hates that movie.
Okay. Your Jewish side. Tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know anything except blackface.
Well, so he is a son of a rabbi. You've seen The Simpsons? It's the same storyline. You know how Krusty the Clown has a rabbi father? And
I know you know every Simpsons episode. I'm way behind you.
Okay, so Jackie Mason played his father, who's Herschel Krasowski, rabbi,
Okay.
and he wants his son to be a rabbi, and he doesn't. He wants to entertain. He wants to be a clown. That's the theme of the.
Yes, I guess I did know that.
So the jazz singer is that he's a cantor. He's the son of a rabbi, and he should be singing. He has a beautiful voice, but he should be singing. Going to services and singing at the synagogue. He would rather take a go at entertainment, which at the time was putting on blackface.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I saw the jazz singer with Neil Diamond from 1979. I think they cleaned it up a bit, as it were.
He's very Jewish, the jazz singer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hella Jewish.
Okay, now the woman from the city gets all dressed up and starts taking an innocent stroll until she comes to outside one of these nice cottages and she starts whistling, and that whistle is a signal to the sex guy inside. He's hearing it. He hears the whistle.
He hears the whistle.
Now, wife has prepared nice dinner. It's time to sit down with nice family.
He has wife?
Oh,
he has wife and now mistress?
Well, yes, he now has a mistress. Oh, now look. She sees the shadow and he goes, over there. And she goes, okay.
Yeah.
Look at her butt shake as she whoop, whoop, whoop.
I am looking, Carl. Thanks for pointing that out.
I am going to get some. She is really well dressed for the style of the 20s, and
for four people in that farm, and one of them had a shiner shoes.
It was part of her staying there. Like they feed her. It wasn't out of the ordinary back then. Like to do little chores for your guests.
Okay, that's a very weird chore.
Why? Shine my.
You could leave your shoes outside the door. That's what they do at the Marriott.
Now look, she comes out. Gee whiz, lost my husband. Gee whiz.
Gee whiz.
I made him soup. Got bread here.
He's banging that city girl.
Oh, well, we'd never say banging in 1927. They are
schnugging,
knowing each other.
They are Dagwood and blonding each other.
What do you think of her hair?
much better hair day than mine.
No, this woman, her name's Janet Gaynor, and she was famous, and she was wearing a wig to try to make her look less sexy because she has this great black flowing hair. And it was a kind of, I wouldn't say controversy, but people didn't like it. They wanted to see
Yeah, they wanted to
Janet.
see this thing. I paid good money to watch State of the Art. So where's the pretty woman?
Okay, now here is a memory of when things were good. Now look, the baby, you'll find out, is pretty much looks the same age. So to me, I thought to myself, yeah, they
This was
looked like they were
Tuesday.
happy like yesterday.
Yeah, last Wednesday.
Come on, oxen.
They used to be like children, carefree, always happy and laughing. Yeah, you just told me that, old lady. Now he ruins himself for that woman from the city. Moneylender stripped the farm. Uh-oh.
Yeah, things are going downhill over in nice village land.
Nice village land. You got these city women coming up, taking her husbands.
Look, he's selling the oxen for dirt cheap. Yeah, okay. I'll give you a nickel.
Listen, Ollie, I'll give it to you free. Really? Yes, Ollie.
Oxen free. You just
that.
said that. You just said that.
Oh, no, and the wife sits alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps repeating herself.
Yeah. Now, this director, his name was F.W. Murnau. He was
Yes.
from Germany. He was an expressionist. He hated the title cards. So I guess they must have shot this in sequence. I'm not really sure. But by the end of the film, there's like no title cards anymore.
Maybe he edited it that way. He's like, fuck this shit.
What's to hate, though? Here's Baby again. And this baby in real life was a guy named Jerry Craycroft, who we know hardly anything about. He's 8 months old here.
Wow.
They found his Social Security death index. He died. He was born in 26, which makes sense.
Right. Makes sense.
And he died in February 27 of 2000. So that baby came and went.
For a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we're going out to the sexiest location for a sex tryst, the middle of a swamp.
Doing it foggy style.
Mm-hmm.
Foggy style.
Now, this passed the National Board of Review, which means we're not going to get sex. We're going to get kisses and hugs.
I never understood the whole pre-code Hayes office, but at a certain point, movies became less sexy.
Yeah, you see, the 20s was an era of, you know how it goes like liberal, conservative, liberal, it always flips.
Yeah.
In the 20s, they were very loose about sex. Drugs was everywhere, pot, cocaine, heroin. And, you would have multiple sexual partners, these flapper girls. That all changed as we headed into the 40s and 50s and turned back into conservatives. This was a time of ruffian sexian.
I have a question for you, Carl. I know that in 1927, the first Academy Award went to a movie called Wings.
Exactly, yeah.
Which
we
was
talked about it last show.
Yeah, which is in the public domain now. It's a World War I movie. Does World War I play a factor in this film?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Now, our hero was in World War I and World War II. He was a big deal in the military. He was even recommended for admiral like some obnoxious amount of times. Yeah. Okay, now, look, here we have the cheating.
Yes.
So we see wife and fidelity with baby, and then we see infidelity with mistress.
Tell me, are you all mine?
And he's like, well, I'm fucking married.
Do you mean like literally a mine or like the word? Well, never mind. I'm overthinking.
I wonder, you know how we see these kisses in the 20s films? I wonder off screen in real life, are they really doing that stupid kissing too? You know what I mean? Like they violently jerk forward and push against each other's faces.
She's kissed his Adam's apple like twice. It's weird. And my wife.
She goes, listen to what she says now. This is the woman from the city, and this is very film noir.
Oh, you got to kill your wife and collect the money?
Couldn't she get drowned?
Drowned.
Now, he doesn't like that. He does not like, oh, look.
Ooh, look at that.
I'm serious now. This film did a lot of cinematic innovations and
Yeah.
was considered one of the
Look,
best
we get
films
to
of all time.
visualize it. This is pretty cool. What?
Me? Overturn the boat. That's all.
This is gonna look like an accident and come over have sex with you in the city.
Look, he's
No.
choking her. Now,
Wow. She's like bananas, safe word.
right. I just read this great tweet.
Oh yeah?
My safe word is meatloaf because I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. It's
Good
a
one.
really great tweet. I wish I had thought that up.
Albert Einstein wrote it. Leaving this all behind. Come to the city. How about we just come in this marsh? Come to
Come
this.
to the city.
Oh, look, there's the city right behind. This is cool.
Now, listen, I'm serious. People watching this film in the theaters were blown away by the beautiful expressionist. Now, all this they made, it cost 200 grand, which was a
Wow.
lot back then.
Yeah.
In 1927 money, that was like $200,000. And they spent all that money on making these fake set. They're
Wow.
doing it again. You see the
Yeah.
superimposition?
You can see the guy's hand on the right side, kind of covering.
Well, it's cool. They would they would go to the camera, block out half of the film, shoot, rewind it, block out the second half of the film, and shoot over the same footage again, and the result would be both images on screen. Now watch her freak out. This is how much fun you'll have. Look.
Yeah, we got big bands playing.
Fun. Looks like idiocy.
Stop shaking it. There you go. Put your hand right there. Wow.
Be still, your moneymaker.
Be still, thy moneymaker.
Funny thing, there's like no 28-day cycle of the moon. It's always full in this movie. Always.
The director I know from Nostradamus, right?
Nosferatu, which we saw in this film. We saw in this podcast.
Did we see that one? I don't even recall, Carl.
Yeah, Nosferatu. Yeah. That was a great episode.
All right.
It was very creepy, that film. They really cast the right Dracula dude because he
looked totally
like he didn't look emaciated or something, but
okay. That Dracula dude shows up in Rob Zombie's The Munsters. They have a character dressed just like him.
Well, that makes sense. Homage. Now, green grow, the rushes grow, which you can never even say. It can't even come out of your mouth.
Green grow, the rushes grow by REM.
Not by REM. Anyway, those rushes, she's saying, will act like a life preserver. So he packs them up into a sort of bundle, right? And then when he capsizes the boat, he'll use that to float, and he can, be safe. So they will get used, but not for the evil purpose we're thinking of.
Okay, cool. Because this man loves his wife, right? He's not really going to go through this.
Yes, he loves his wife. He's just bored with his wife. And somebody, like a woman comes along with sex. It's like, oh yeah, I remember sex. I remember that.
Right, sure.
So he wants to go for the sex, but he has baby and child. Now, when she says kill your wife, he's like, no. And then she's like, but don't forget my vagina. And he goes, oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to do it.
Let me hug it again.
Yeah, let me kiss violently, throw my face at your vag.
Yeah. We saw that, right? Okay.
Yes, we did.
Okay, does this animal have a speaking part, Carl?
No, this animal was hoarse that day. So he didn't get to have this. It wasn't because it was it wasn't a talkie.
Yeah. He was a big horse.
He's hidden the rushes. Now look, you see, they have two separate beds.
Right.
Why?
Yeah, they're poor. Can't they just get one, sell one?
Now look, in the 50s, when you saw Fred and Ethel, when you saw I Love Lucy, they had their two separate beds, but that was because TV came around at the time of this conservative.
You never saw Fred and Ricky in the same bed. They always slept in separate beds. Ethel and Lucy.
Yeah.
Well, they were not allowed to say the word pregnancy.
Yeah.
She was pregnant with little Ricky. It was the biggest episode in television history at the time,
Yes, yes.
and cover TV guide, but they weren't allowed to say the word pregnancy.
What I'm saying is this is a much more liberal time of open sex, drugs, and jazz. It wasn't rock and roll, it was jazz, and jazz was a corrupting factor. So why would they be in two separate beds in this? I mean, the National Film, I mean, she's sexing the lady in the swamp. He can't kiss his wife. I don't know.
Right, that's true. Like if he misses the passion, he could.
So he's sitting there and he's thinking, am I really going to do this? And he's going over the scenario. We'll be in the boat. I will choke her and make her drown. Am I really going to do this?
I always mix this movie up with another movie called Sunrise from, I think Dev Patel's in it. It's Danny Boyle, the director Danny Boyle, right? Train Spotting. He made a science fiction movie about astronauts flying to the sun, and it's a 3-hour movie.
Oh, wait, I think that's a song of two meltings. No, wait.
Yes, it's a song of two.
It's a ship of two melt. Okay.
Right, but this movie has a full title, and the other movie is just Sunrise.
Now look.
Oh, creepy.
He knows he went out with her wig and everything. She knows he went out and had a little swamp sex.
Yeah.
But she still loves him.
Swamp Thing.
She's got that swamp thing in his hand. So this director this is his first his film debut. Now, even though this film was highly, highly praised, it didn't do well at the box office. So for this next couple films, they sort of reined him in creatively. Like he got to make something that's going to sell. But he did Nosferatu in 1922. He did The Last Laugh in 24, which I don't know.
I heard that's a good movie, girl.
Right. That's why they're highlighting it. He's heavily influenced by Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, Shakespeare, and Ibsen plays.
Whatever.
He was a very good doctor, a friend of director Max Reinhardt. Now, he died from injuries he sustained during an automobile accident, and the same thing is true for Janet Gaynor. She had a car accident, and it led to her death, too.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But not our hero. He was tickled to death.
I got to give a thumbs up to Avid's network for a great print. I saw this movie years ago, and I could barely see it.
Yeah. There was a fire. There was a famous fire in 1937 called the Fox Vault Fire. It was in Little Ferry, New Jersey.
Really?
They would get before California, Jersey was the place to make films.
Was the place, yeah.
It was a sort of leftover from that time, which was only about 10 years earlier. But the thing is, the film would decay and gas would come out of the decaying films, and there were high temperatures and inadequate ventilation, and there was spontaneous combustion. This film went up in flames with so many treasures. 20th Century Fox, yeah.
Sunburnt. Well, I guess like Menlo Park was a big film shot.
That was when films were just born.
Yeah.
Well, because it's Edison,
I saw Abbott and Costello meets the Keystone Cops. They get tricked into buying a studio in New Jersey, which is worthless. Yeah.
That's funny.
And they wind up going to New York. This is during the early part of the century, so it's a period piece. They go to Hollywood and they meet Mac Bennett and the Keystone Cops.
And I think that was a jump the shark kind of one. Now look,
it was the third to last movie they did. So at that point,
now he's like, "Would you please come on a sort of date with me? We'll go out on the boat." And she's all happy, like maybe I'm getting my husband back.
Oh, right.
It's for terrible reasons.
Join me on the sex boat? The Love Boat.
There he is, his first acting career, little Jerry Craycroft.
It's going to sue. We're going for a trip across the water. I may not be back.
There was an article in a paper called the Decanter Review, dated December 26, 1926, that reported 8-month-old Jerry Craycroft is making a name for himself in the movies. He will be seen in Fox picture Sunrise with Janet Gaynor and George O'Brien. So,
George O'Brien is the military hero.
right. He is, I don't know that he was officially a hero, but he was a big deal in the military, that's for sure.
Wow.
Okay, so in 1917, O'Brien enlisted in the U.S. Navy to fight World War I, serving as a submarine chaser. He volunteered to act as a stretcher bearer for wounded Marines. He was decorated for bravery. Yeah, he's a brave guy. After the war, he became a light heavyweight boxing champion of the Pacific Fleet because he was still in the army. Okay, then he was in movies. He went in 1920. He went to Hollywood, but he wanted to be a cameraman. And he got jobs doing camera work for, I don't know, Tom Mix and Buck Jones. We're supposed to know those names.
I know Tom Mix.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's a fictitious Western hero. Had a serial. If
Whoa.
you Bruce Willis played him as a real life character in the Blake Edwards movie Sunset with Dave Gardner.
Interesting. I don't want to get in the mix with him.
Wasn't there like no, I'm thinking of Tom Swifties. During this time, there was a word pun where Tom Swifty would say something and then he would say it in a certain way, like an adjective that would be a play on it. So he will say, I have regrets. Tom Swifty said, regrettedly. You know, that type of thing.
I get you.
Yeah.
Give me that knife, said sharply.
Yeah.
Now, getting on the boat, but for some reason, the dog, who's a German Shepherd, thank you, director, the dog knows something's up. I don't know how the dog would know. And he's like saying to the wife, you're not safe. Don't go out there on the boat.
What's that German lassie? Rough. German Timmy fell down a well. Rough. Okay, his name's Timmy. I'm sorry, but he is German.
So World War II came around, and George O'Brien, he was a big famous star, but he was like, "Fuck that, my country needs me."
Country needs
me. Yeah, he was decorated several times in the Pacific. He left with the rank of commander. Now, years later, he joined the U.S. Navy Reserve, retired with the rank of captain in 1962. 4 times been recommended for the rank of admiral.
Pretty admirable. He said admirably.
Well, get swift. You said that very swiftly.
Oh, I'm talking about myself. Tom Swifty said swiftly.
One thing interesting, his last leading role was 1951 movie called Gold Raiders. It was with the Three Stooges.
God bless.
He did action sequences, and the Three Stooges, of course, did. Okay, so the dog hops in, like, please don't get killed on a boat.
He was leased to the tree. He had a doghouse he was leased to, and he's like, ruh-roh. Removed the leash, got into the water.
But the man, George O'Brien, will have none of it. I'm killing this woman, and I can't have a dog getting in my way.
Is he going to kill the dog? Wait, hang on. Don't answer it. I'm going online.
Does the dog die? I wonder if it would have this.
Dear Lord, like, who's that sensitive? I take that back. There's a lot of movies from the 20s where they just beat the shit out of animals. I love Rin Tin Tin.
Yeah.
The action sequence is him fighting a man, which means a man is punching a dog for your viewing.
Yeah, for real. Yes.
Yeah.
Now look at her. Something's wrong, and she's starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Why is he going and getting the dog and bringing it back? She's about to get out of the boat, but then she says, "No, he loves me. He just wants to have a boat ride."
Look at that hat. I loved her in Mars Attacks.
Very good. She's the brains of the family.
Shows them off. Gorgeous eyes, right? Like, beautiful, beautiful shot.
That's what the director was trying to do. The director was trying to take away her sexiness and give us her niceness. Like,
yeah,
you love her for her, not for her booty. Because we're supposed to love the woman from the city for her booty. Now you hear the bell. This is an on-purpose sound effect from the movie tone.
Normally, if a silent movie is in the public domain, I don't like playing the music because it's usually a modern version. It's not technically part of it. But this is the original music.
This is the original music, and it's not that plunkety piano.
Not that plunkety. Da, 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 da. Where you got the bells going. He is pretty innovative. I mean,
The
a
only
lot.
time I like that plunkety piano is when I know the song. Like, remember the Little Rascals? You get used to the yeah. Then I would want to hear the
No, the worst is when they over try. Like we saw that in the Buster Keaton movie where they were simulating scenes from silent movies
right,
where musical cues. So if he's tired, it goes, go to sleep, ba-da-da. You
right.
know, he wakes up to reveille, he gets an erection and, some other music played. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's charged, whatever. Like
Yes.
everything is synced to a musical cue. There's no bananas in the house. Da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, yes, there is a banana.
Everyone's watching the film. They can't see. I just yanked out a banana.
That's right.
And I don't mean out of my pants. I meant a snack for the show.
Do you know who the first? You know why Eve was the first carpenter, Carl?
Eve?
Yeah,
No.
she made Adam's banana stand. I learned that at church.
Look, he's rowing all depressed and overacting that he has guilt about what he's about to do. He's prepping himself up for the murder, and she knows it. She knows it.
Yeah, she knows it. She's nowhere to go. Carl, is this what you look like as a teenager? Surly, bent over like that?
No, I was a little round boy.
Oh,
I did not look like this.
This was me. Like they would say, "Mike, you okay? You look like you want to murder somebody."
Yeah, I remember that from the drug juice on fish burgers. You had a look in your eye like you wanted to kill me, and you did. We saw it in the shadow of the choking.
Carl, to be fair, I had the drug juice, and I drank the drug juice.
I knew Carl had the drug juice.
I knew Carl had
the drug juice.
Yeah.
Now look at this. I don't know. Like today, we think this was horrible. If you saw a film like this today, you'd be like, "There's horrible acting." But back then, it was still like a stage play, but on screen. Now she's like, "Please don't fucking kill me. I'm wearing a wig here."
Yeah. The wig will get all waterlogged.
Looks like someone cut his tie.
Well, you have to do that when you work in the farm because your tie will get stuck in the thresher.
Yeah, when you're on the farm, you got to have a short tie or it'll get stuck into corn.
I saw another movie where a guy has snipped his tie, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, he's working in an industrial something. It makes sense. Like, he didn't want it in the food or whatever.
Yeah, well, how about not wearing a tie? But okay, now look at that boat's kicking ass. He's like, I'm not doing it. I changed my mind. Let's go home. And
I can't sing too fast. Row your boat. Your turn. I can't catch up. Slow down. Merrily.
Be gently down the stream, not like a bat out of hell.
Right, gently.
Now watch him navigate. Right.
Yeah, only he's doing left or
he's going straight. Now he'll do only the right, and he navigates himself perfectly. It's a man who knows how to sail.
This movie is so oring.
This movie's so oring.
Oh, phew! Lassoed that tree.
Let me help you out. And she's like, "Fuck you!
Fuck you! You tried to kill me."
You tried to kill me. I don't want to die.
I'll hide behind this tree.
And he's
right behind Menlo Park.
Don't be scared of me. I changed my mind. I said I was gonna kill you, but I'm not doing it anymore.
I always complain silent movies are always shot in the forest.
Now, why, if he hates the movie's titles, why put in "Don't Be Afraid of Me"? Clearly, that's what he's saying.
He probably, I don't know. I never was there. Title cards.
Clearly, look at all those fall colors.
Yeah, it must be fall. Oh God, can you imagine?
Now, what's this? It is a train to the city. So
Perfect
she hops on to escape, but the train's not like, oh, we got to hurry up. A murderer's coming. No, he's just casual. So he gets to hop on board, and now she's stuck.
This is awkward.
No money is exchanged with the driver, by the way.
This is a cool trolley, man. I didn't realize they had something like this. Yeah,
like I said, this is what did I say? It's darn it. I just said, what did I say? Here it is. It is Lake Arrowhead, California, and they spent money to build all this. That includes this train.
So cool.
Production designer Rochus Gleese. I got to tell you, Mike, this is one of those films where you look up everybody's name and you don't know anything that they've done, even though they've done a million things. You
I
have to
think,
pull out
yeah.
stuff that's interesting.
Well, you had a lot on this lead actor, which is fascinating, and on her
Well,
as well, and the director. I mean, those are probably the three people remember.
okay, well, that's a great example. Like George O'Brien, I'm looking through it, and he did this film, he did that film, he did, the finger up the nose in winter. Like you just all these films you never heard of. But then I find out his father was chief of police in San Francisco, and he
Wow.
was the one who ordered the arrest of Fatty Arbuckle from that famous 1921.
Yeah, Victoria Rapé.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's like that's the kind of fact I'm pulling out for the actor because now we're in context at least.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that kind of trivia is what kind of lingers. You're not going to say, "Oh my God, that's the guy with finger up my nose during the winter."
This is all a set that they made of the city. They
re-
spent
He
200. I
built,
already told you.
yeah. So that trolley they must have built the track.
Yep.
No, they
They
did.
did. This whole set we're seeing, it looks exterior. It's not. It's interior. You see the sun
Yeah.
shining on the town. They did all this. Look at
Wow.
all those extras, man. Why not
It's-
just go to a city?
That's a good question. Why not?
I guess it's just not a controlled environment. They knew this guy was an expressionist who had famous films like Nosferatu, and they said, "All right, let's try him out. Let's make an expressionist film. We'll spend the money."
They didn't shoot it in Toronto because Canada did not exist back then. That was not till 1948, right?
Were they still under English rule?
When was Canada? It was recent, like 2002 or something like that, when they became a country.
No. You mean they were a commonwealth? I think that's right.
Yeah, when did that maple leaf flag come about?
Okay, now the chasing is over because he's helping her across the street and sort of saving her and making her safe. So she's still not cool, but she's not going to run anymore.
She's a country mouse, Carl, in the big city.
She got on the train to run away, and the director's trying to show us a contrast from like the woman was like, "Come kill your wife, come to the city and have fun with me." So now we're seeing, yeah, you can have fun in the city, and you can even have fun with your wife.
With your wife, you don't have to kill her.
Right, you don't have to kill her.
Controversial at the time.
Now, this is a dining room, but the waitress doesn't come around. You go into the shop, buy the things you like, and then look, he takes the seat for her. It shows that, okay, she's going to be cool, but she's still very scared.
It's a very weird moment. I mean, he did try to kill her and then followed her to the city.
Yes, he did. He tried to kill her, then he pursued her to say, "Don't be scared of me." But if someone's running after you, it's pretty scary.
Would you guys like some cod herring or whatever we eat in the 20s? 5 cents.
No, it's like Danishes and stuff. It's like baked good. So
you ever look at a menu from 1920 though? It's weird.
Like what's weird about it?
They would have like beans, or I don't know. The sides would be like they'd have like shrimp cocktails, of course, for nickel, and like I don't know, just a little over exuberance of stuff.
Now here, one more time, we'll see her softening because he's like, "Okay, here's some food," and she's like, reluctantly takes it. It's like every step of the way, she's opening up a little more, being a little less scared of him.
Come on, eat the Rice Krispie.
Look how much he got.
It's a lot of Rice Krispie bars.
Come on, try this. It hasn't even been invented yet. It's called a Rice Krispie bar.
It's with marshmallows.
Oh, I've heard of marshmallows. Now look,
you mean pig
they're
sweet?
making eye contact.
Yeah.
And she's still like, "What the fuck is going on with you?"
Okay, I'll eat a
I'll scared eat it.
I won't eat all of it. I'll just eat Snap and Crackle. I'll spare
What
Pop.
is it? Is it it's a cake?
I guess, yeah. Fruitcake.
Look at her crying.
It's terrible. One star.
This is horrible. This was a terrible selection.
There was no baking powder in it. It's uneven.
He feels guilty. He never wanted to kill her. I mean, he said, "Okay, I'm going to try to do it," and he just couldn't do it. And now he's trying so hard.
I'll have
He's
an
just racked
affair.
with guilt. Like this, 1924, O'Brien received his first starring role in a drama called The Man Who Came Back with the English actress. No. The Man Who Came Back. The Man Who
Right.
Came Back. It's
That
like,
sounds
I never
better.
heard of that. I was thought the film was, I even got the title wrong. So I
You
just
said
wrote
what?
down,
The Man Who Came Back with a British what?
The Man Who Came Back, comma, with the English actress Dorothy McHale.
That's
See,
a
I don't
long
know
movie
her.
title.
I don't know. I just wrote down an extremely popular leading man in films. With the advent of sound, O'Brien displayed a strong, confident voice that remained a leading star of westerns and outdoor adventures. So
Wow.
the people in the actors and actresses in this film did go into sound, but most of them did not. He's like, here's some flowers because I love you. And she's like, I'm trying to let you love me, but you tried to kill me. And he's like, here's my purse, and you can have a penny.
Oh my God. Crying in front of the flower lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're getting
Awkward.
closer. We're getting closer. He's buying her flowers. She's loosening. Maybe
They
he's
got to a
remorseful
flop
what
house.
he did.
Look, it's 2 nickels a night. Let's do it. But it's a single bed.
No, I
We're in
don't
this-
think it's a flop house. I think it's a. No, they're not at the church yet. They're going to see a wedding happening across the street, and they're going to go in there. And that's when it'll happen. He will completely soften, and she'll say to herself, all right, I guess he's not going to try to kill me.
Ooh, look at that horse and carriage. That looks like fun.
Spent
Hanging
all
out with
that
the
money
ladies.
on it.
Do you think they'll show their breasts like they do in Surf 2? Remember they're
No.
driving in the car in the convertible in front of them? The
No.
girls, yeah.
No, they won't. Now she's like, okay, maybe you're not going to, like maybe I'll forgive you.
It's the
kind
same
of thing.
shot. It's the same people going by.
Oh?
I think so. I saw the same carriage of ladies that I commented on.
Oh, because I didn't notice that. Okay.
Well, keep an eye when they show the city street again. Who's the first carriage that goes by?
Now look, here's
Oh,
the wedding,
it's the wedding.
and it's so 1920s. Look at
I
their
know. Look at that
outfits.
dress and the little girls.
Yeah. It's like, let's go to see a wedding. It's okay.
Back then, they threw bags of rice at the
Look at
couple.
that. It's the same.
No, it looked a little different, to be honest.
Yeah, back then they used to throw the rice like still in the bag, but
Yeah.
due to accidents and lawsuits, they switched.
They had it was
throwing
killing the pigeons. The brute force hitting the pigeons would kill them in the bags. Hey, are you taking this away?
Yeah.
Ethnic
You
wedding.
taking this abroad to be the lawful wife, the wedded wife. Okay, so they sit down and watch. Now he is going to break down and cry, and she's going to be like, oh, he has a sensitive side.
This was where Wedding Crashers got their idea. Guys, remember Sunrise? Oh, a song of two humans?
Yeah, but we don't go to the boring service. We go to the party.
The part. Oh,
Great idea. Like we're crashing it? Exactly.
let's get John McClane involved. God is giving you in the holy bounds of matrimony a trust. She is young and experienced. Guide her and love her.
It's Grand Moff Tarkin from Star
Okay.
Wars.
I didn't realize this is what he did beforehand or afterwards. This was after the Star Wars.
There was this open micer, and he's like, "We got Star Wars fans in here," and they were like, "Yeah." And he goes, "What's your favorite Star Wars character?" And I go, "Well, I like that Spock." I got a bigger laugh than.
Yeah.
Wilt thou love her? Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
At least twice a day. So there you can see she's like, okay,
All right.
I'll
let you smell.
Yeah, you can be my husband again, or I don't know. She loosens up. Now, this guy directed 21 films, but only 12 remain. 8 of them are completely lost. One of them, they only have one reel of it. So his legacy is it's cut in half. He's only got 12 films.
Right. Was it because of like the way it was stored and disappeared, or was he
Yes.
one of those film directors that just was too outrageous?
No, it's just because of, this
The
was the
fire.
20s. That's right. It just got old. Stuff got old. And they didn't know to preserve it. They didn't
Right.
know things were going to go, Now, this enormous, like, stylized set cost so much money to build that they reused it in a bunch of Fox films. Now, you see how the bells are going with the the sound.
Right.
Look, she's kissing him now, saying, "Come on, come out of your funk. Let's be friends."
Oh, they're actually kissing.
Yeah. So
Bells make
now
me horny.
they are rekindling their love, essentially.
Oh, are they walking out?
Yeah, like they're gonna throw the rice.
Hey, Killjoys, not your wedding. Always has to be about you at these weddings. They're not throwing any bags of rice at this couple.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's like the wedding in which, like, one sexy girl is dancing out, and the bride is like, "I want to be queen for a day. Don't be showing off."
Wow, look at this special effect. Right, that's a blue
Well,
green screen.
it is. What they did was exactly what right? You see how it went in front?
Yeah.
They're making it seem like they're so in love they don't even care about the traffic. Look at that. It's all
Yeah.
because it's a projection screen in front of them, so they switched it. They're walking on a conveyor belt.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
This film, critics loved it. It didn't do well. They really tried to make this film, its release, a big day. On opening night, they had the world premiere. There were two shorts. One was the Vatican choir singing, and the other was an interview with Mussolini.
Wow. What a
He
double
wasn't
feature.
bad guy yet.
Ah,
And it was
look
all
at-
trying to show the new sound system, this movie tone. So look, they're
we can hear them.
love,
We
and
can
they
hear them
cause
argue.
traffic. What?
Hey, yeah. The crowd noise is cool.
Their blind love caused a traffic jam, and that's supposed to be fun.
That bearded open micer couldn't get to his set on time.
The Jazz Singer 1927 came out October 6th, and this came out September 23rd,
Wow.
beating The Jazz Singer for this movie tone accompaniment. So it opened at the Times Square Theater September 23, 1927 in New York.
Now, in the Buster Keaton story, there was a scene where he pulls up to a theater that's showing a new movie called The Jazz Singer.
Right.
So that must have been in October.
Yes.
That must have been, yeah.
Yes. Well, the thing is, the premiere was October. We don't know when, then it hit.
Right, when it started playing the theater.
The director didn't want her. He wanted some woman named Camilla Horn, but this German studio called UFA was like, no, we're not loaning her out to you. Why?
Right.
What's
Why?
in it for us? Screw off. So then she gets this, and she wins an Oscar. It was the first Oscars ever.
Very nice. She does a good job.
This film didn't beat Wings, but it took away 3 awards in the first. Okay, Best Unique and Artistic Picture, which was the second highest award. Outstanding Picture went to Wings.
Right.
Best Actress in a Leading Role.
Best Actor was Thomas Hayden Church for his role in Wings, followed by Steven Weber.
Wait, are you doing the sitcom?
The sitcom.
Okay, Janet Gaynor won Best Actress in a Leading Role, but back then it was different. It wasn't for the movie; it was for the actress's work of the year. So she won it for 2 films. This film, Seventh Heaven, and Street Angel, 3 films she was in, and she won Best Actress in a
for her year's worth. How cool is that?
Yeah.
They should have an award like the Rick Moranis Award, the guy who's in 6 movies one summer.
Yeah, Bruce Willis will walk away with that.
Yeah, right. Bruce Willis will walk away with it.
They also, it also won Best Cinematography, which makes sense. Now, there's this other thing I've heard of, but I don't know it very well. It's the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. You've heard of that, right?
Yeah, they have the museum around here.
So they gave them, it won an award called Artistic Quality of Production. And that was the only year it was given out. And it was made to recognize this film. Artistic Quality of Production.
Ooh.
They're like, may we do your hair, ma'am? And she goes, no, it's a wig.
No, don't touch my hair. I never. Oh,
Now,
holy
look,
shit.
Here's someone who represents
Smoking.
the girl from the city, right?
Yeah. Real
And
latex.
She's trying to make a buck off of doing a manicure. So look, it's jealous. It's a threat. This man does need a cure from his lust, and his wife is the cure. He's getting a manicure.
The barber's like, whatever. I just want to put a razor to this guy's neck.
I suspect that the barber is trying to telegraph he's gay, like the director. So she's holding his hand, and he's like, I kind of like it, but.
When was the last time you had a shave like this?
Look at him, like, rolling his eyes over.
I know.
I never in my life have had a shave in a barber's chair.
I did. I actually, you know what? When I had my beard,
look, wait. She rejects her, and now the wife gets all happy.
Carl, when I had this beard, I hated my beard. I'm not a beard guy, and I got to get rid of it, and I couldn't do it. I had to go get it shaved off. And
you didn't trim it down, and then.
No, you know what? Look, I mean, I don't do anything with my hair. So when I have a beard, I have to do nothing with both my hair and my beard. It's just too much effort. I just want to not deal with one thing.
Now look at this dude.
Yeah, Hachi Machi.
Now, later in the film, we will see an act. Look, he's touching her. So we're seeing he is tempted and she is tempted. But of course, she's never tempted.
Right.
She's like, fuck off.
Oh, that's a hot towel.
Yeah. Okay. When we were watching The Kid Brother, we saw that guy Flash. His name was in real life is Eddie Boland. He will show up in this film, and I thought it was so neat. I don't think that's him, though.
Okay.
It looks similar, but when you see his face, you'll be like, "Oh, it's him from last film."
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Was last film, right? Or we did Peter Sellers last time.
Yeah, last week was the Ghost of Noonday Sun. Terrible
Ghost
title.
in the. Now he's like, get back. Someone's threatening my wife. He goes, hey, you. Why don't you fuck off, J. Jonah Jameson?
Yeah. Why didn't you tell Robbie it's to stop the presses?
Don't try to bang my wife.
Don't go to a Times Square screen and reveal the secret identity of Spider-Man. Did you notice in that movie Spider-Man where they go to Times Square and there's a big monitor and it's J. Jonah Jameson saying Peter Parker is Spider-Man? How loud is that screen in Times Square to hear that?
Look, he's taking a knife out. Right, it's absolutely loud.
Uh-oh. Who's taking the knife?
He's going to stab?
Oh, yeah. This is some busy barbershop. He's going to take the flower.
Is this meant to be New York City? Probably not. Yeah, that's right, Mike. That's right. And he will put it. Yeah. Very good call, Mike.
Boy, that guy must have shit his pants. You can really see in this print the trickle.
Parker, get in my office. You can't print that about Spider-Man. That's slander. It is not.
Parker, do you have a photograph of anyone? There's a guy named Daredevil. Did you at least take a photo of Daredevil? No, Chief. I took photos of Spider-Man all day, every day.
Exclusively. Come again.
Oh, they approved.
Why do this title? Why do this title if he hates titles?
Thank you. And you must come again and see us sometime.
What is that?
Down in the farm.
Yeah, in the swamp.
But all he did was get a shave. He didn't get his fucking hair is natty as shit. Oh, that doesn't happen every day. Shampoo. Look at you. You use something called water and soap.
I've heard of it. So now it's time for a photo.
Now, back then, you're supposed to have like a serious expression, right? Because it takes like forever.
No, that was true in the late 1800s. You had to sit still because it would expose for a long time. But by 1927, they had it. It was a much quicker exposure. What is that called? In the lens, it opens and closes. Aperture. It, as a matter of fact, it's quick enough that he will catch them kissing.
Oh, cute.
Now, this is another actor who I have all this information about, and who gives a fuck?
Well, he was terrific in Finger in Your Nose during the winter.
Yeah, he was in right. Well, that's a famous film we know, Nose and Finger and Nose in Winter. But the rest of them, like he was in Cork in the Butt in Spring, and he was in. Okay, now try to be serious. And so they're having fun. They're a loving, happy couple now.
He definitely gives off Nicolas Cage vibes.
I could see that. Now look, kiss, because he's hiding. And look, he sees camera obscurus.
Oh, the Hayes office will get me for this photo.
Yeah, he's putting in a new print.
He can't hear it.
And
Fucking Edison, dirty old man.
He go, what? You took a photo?
Oh, we weren't ready. We were just kissing.
Is my wig straight?
Is my suit dirty enough?
Boy, his teeth are horrific.
He also plays saxophone, Carl.
Yes, it hangs on the wall for every moment he wants to.
Hey, that's a side hustle. I play banjo and wall saxophone.
Wall saxophone. So now what she's doing is she's sort of being inappropriate. She's like sitting on his couch and having his grapes. She didn't have permission for that.
Right.
So he's like, no.
Those are for display.
It's made of plastic. You'll love it. Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
It's all fun and games until you break a religious statue.
Mom always said, don't play religious statue in the house.
She had no head to begin with, right? She had no arms at least, right?
You broke the statue. Well, don't lose your head about it.
That's the bad news. The good news, her arms were already broken off. Use an apple.
Right. Exactly. Mike, you're right. Have you seen this film?
I did, but that was like years ago, and it was not a good print.
Well, you're right on the money. This is a very quality print. There was one print of it in Germany that they turned into a negative and made a new 35 millimeter. The film looks even better than this. Okay, I've developed you kissing. And they're trying to hide the broken statue. He's standing in front of it.
Right. They just want to get the photos and get out of there. What is he, David Spade?
So it's not an apple, but you were still aligned with, here's a penny, here's 2 cents. Whoa,
he teaches the Three Stooges that trick in gold grabbers.
Now I don't know what that is. It's like sign your. Now he's noticing the. I bet you the whole audience laughed.
Oh yeah! Look at this look.
And roll them. Now show your horrible teeth.
One more time.
Get out of there. We didn't get caught.
And look, we kissed.
Oh my goodness. That is. Oh my goodness.
Scandalous. Don't link that online.
Hide that.
You should not have nudies of yourself.
Now that thing is never going to stay in his pocket. It's too big for a pocket. Look at that. They spent all this money on that. Why?
Gorgeous.
Why?
It's gorgeous. I don't
It
know.
is.
There's all Texie. Uh-oh.
Oh, look who it is.
She's still crashed out there?
Yup, she still lives in the...
So she just wants that cowhand. That's it.
She wants sex and cigarettes. Farmers, if you want to sell your home and move to the city, we pay cash. Well, that's something she's interested in as soon as this wife kicks. As far as she knows, he's off to kill the wife.
Oh, so she has a plan. She is a femme fatale. He kills the wife. She sells to his farm.
Right. Gets that money and lives with him in the city. But she does genuinely lust.
She's not
him.
going to kill him like a femme fatale would?
No. Well, I don't know how it would have played out, but as far as the impression we get from this script, she does want to take him to the city and live with him.
Speaking of impressionistic images, what's going on right now?
They're just showing us.
Wow.
Yes, right. They're just blowing us away.
Right. I know there's like trickery to that, but it looks gorgeous. Look at this set.
This is just like a sort of like, hotel, spa, and casino kind of place. This is where you go down to have a drink.
Sure. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do a lot of dancing, see entertainment.
Yeah, like Lucky's.
It's Lucky's.
You know, we always talk about we don't believe what the extras would wear during the time, but I do feel like they're wearing what people wore back in the 20s.
Yes. Look at the elephant.
Wow. Oh my God, he built all this?
Yes, this is like a like a carnival. They built all of this. Yeah.
That is crazy. Gorgeous.
You see how it's like a nightclub and a restaurant and a carnival and a bar and and there's going to be entertainment and it's the big city. Now, what in the world big city is this if it's not New York?
It could be Chicago.
It could be. The waiter we just saw will play into he'll be in a scene in a moment. And
oh, sure, you gotta set it up. I love this. You just throw the ball right in there. It's 1920 skeet ball. Just throw the fucking ball in the hole. No rolling desired. Oh, you get a pig instead of tickets.
You make the little piggy go round and round. The doors open when you hit the ball in there, and then they do a little. I don't know. It's entertaining. Now they're going right back up to their cage.
Back up there. There's a hula girl right behind them.
Yes, this is the kind of
city activity we all know.
Conducting an orchestra. This is like a mall of everything fun.
I've never been to a place like this. I would have a blast.
I don't think a place like this exists in the real world, even in 1927. And we've had this kind of discussion before.
We have adult dancing, dining, and we have skeet ball, you fuckers, and an amusement park.
So she wants to go over to the dancing, and he's like, sure, honey, in a second. I'm skeet shooting right now.
I want to watch the little piggies go down the chute. Yeah, look at this couple, huh?
Right. And they are the example of what she wants to do. She's like, oh, come on, let's go to the thing. He goes, okay, sure, but I'm playing skee ball.
Let's keep feeling fascination. He doesn't win tickets or anything.
Moving.
There was a bizarre place in San Francisco and other cities. It closed.
Look. The pig has escaped. A pig has escaped.
Well, us country folk gotta go fucking bomb crazy about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't have a horse in this race? Why is he so invested in getting the piglet back? But he is. And he'll be a little hero with everyone applauding him when he captures him.
Oh, look at this, Carl. Gratuitous legs.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
Flappers. Yeah, I mean, you design this whole place and you got to account for the fact that, the pig and the skeet ball will get loose.
Now, the two... see, she's up on the chair.
Right. Eek a pig.
This was all built. Okay, so Photoplay magazine. Okay, there was an article. According to Janet Gaynor, making the movie was such a special experience for George O'Brien and her that they made a pact that they would do anything that F.W. Murnau asked them to do, which included long days in the water and also to look depressed and guilty about what he's done or he's about to do. They made George O'Brien wear lead boots for his walk home from the swamp.
So he would trudge home like that?
Yes. So apparently this was a great director that everybody really liked, and they did whatever, they didn't complain.
I don't normally. It's a ghost pig.
It's a ghost pig.
That's the classic Bond. I better stop drinking. That car turned into a boat. Oh, now the pig's gonna get drunk.
Don't get drunk.
Pig shit everywhere. You get a pig drunk, they're gonna just shit all over your festival. Drunk pig. Blind pig.
I'm sure the audience is laughing.
Do you know how to spell blind pig?
B-L-I. No, I don't.
B-L-N-D-P-G. There's no I's.
There's no I in pig, but there is.
It's blind pig.
Oh, blind. Oh, there's no I's in blind pig. How do you spell blind pig? P-G. Because there's no I's. Okay, I don't know if that's good, and I'm not trying it at the next opening.
It's kind of an offensive joke, to be honest.
Offensive?
Yeah, I mean...
For fat women, I get it, yeah.
Yeah, you're shitting on blind people.
You're shitting on blind people?
Oh, yes, I said it.
You're blind shaming?
Yes, you're blind shaming, exactly.
You're ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous. There's a drunk pig in the kitchen. Why is this a kitchen? It's a restaurant. Carnival.
Because they make food for the crowd. What do you mean? Yay! He got the pig. Return to pig. Everyone loves it.
Return to pig.
Including wife.
Babe Pig in the City, too.
Thank you for my pig.
I can't wait to eat Babe.
The greatest pig. Thank you for my pig. Boy, was I hungry. No, I didn't say this pig to be bacon.
Look at this director. He's killing me.
This song was like a popular hit that came out of the film. So they were doing it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs is coming up.
But that's great. People at the time could freeze frame that frame and then play along.
So yeah, with the notes, yes.
Yeah,
you're doing the trumpet part. So now they're like, everybody, everyone's like, dance, you're the hero, dance.
What a narcissist! He should be dancing because his wife wants him to.
Right.
So is this guy troubled in this movie? I mean, I feel like there was a problem, and now they're getting resolved. But there's that evil woman back at the farm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what your question is, but he was going to do something wicked, and wow,
Here he
is. There's Flash from the last. Now he'll get a comedic
flapper etiquette. I don't normally say this, Carl, about our movies, but this movie is great. Halfway through, I've just really liked this film.
Well, it's a. By the way, whatever happened to Baby? Do you remember Flash from the last film?
Yeah, I do. Oh, Flash from
the kid brother.
The last film we did was that Peter Sellers pirate film.
From the film before was the kid brother, and he was heading a medicine show.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, when I was watching this film, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was so happy to see him. Now I'm in context. Like if I read this thing, he was in Harold Lloyd's The Kid Brother, I'd go, yeah, I know that film. I'm in context.
Yeah. Well, see, finally, that list of movies, you go, oh, I have seen Finger and Nose in Winter.
Yeah. Now, look, he's going to get smacked because now he's being perverted.
You play the music too?
I'm not.
Flow Flapper. This is a country dance we do. It's called...
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so choreographed that they had to know it together.
Do, do, boo. It's the pleasant dance.
Imagine that you're just watching two people dance and you're so entertained like this crowd. I don't know.
He saved the pig, Carl. He deserves a dance for the public.
Yay. Look, watch, smack. Now it won't stay up. So to make it match, he's pulling it down. And she doesn't like that.
No, we don't like that at all, Carl.
And
Terrible.
that's it. He will go away for the rest of the film.
He's not going to drink again?
He died in 1935. Now, he was born in 1885, so he did have
Crazy.
a life. But he was called the obliging gentleman in these credits. He died of a heart attack in Santa Monica.
I do love how this music, like, there's applause, you know, and this is what the sound was back when it was released.
Right.
Because sometimes you'll see a silent movie where they sweeten it with applause or with car
Yes.
effect.
And they'll say, like, it was a 1992 re-release with a, you know, a mod,
Yeah.
because they could do sound nowadays. Look, so they're happy in love. Now, look, the superimposing is happening here.
Right. Life's just but a cabaret of angels.
Right. But at first, you see how he's dark? At first, I was like, maybe something evil's coming.
Yeah, the check.
It is the check, and he won't have enough money. We're going to be in trouble.
One dance is $4.
$4 fucking dollars. This is 1927, bitch. I know that, sir.
I only had one lobster Louis. Oh, what are they going to do? They're going to dash and dive?
No. He's going to
Here.
get out the money for the check, which is like 8 cents.
Oh, no. I only have a half penny.
And now she's all happy because she knows something. And she
Oh.
knows 1, 2.
2 bits.
Ta-da!
Madam, it's 3 bits the bill. Okay, here's another bit. A
Now
man
look
walks
at
in.
the waiter back then. He's helping him put on his coat.
Yep.
I mean, there were everything service. Oh, she's a little drunk.
You know, I worked at a coat room at a New Year's Eve party, and I got to put the coats on very angry drunk people who would like breathe very slowly as I put their jacket on them and got them out their way.
Very nice.
Yeah. Would you like me to put your jacket on, sir? There you go. There's the exit.
Okay, so it's all happy, and they're rekindled in love. And they're
Yeah.
having a lot
They had a
of
big
fun.
night out.
Yeah. So they, went from he doesn't love me anymore. He's sexing other women. He's
Right.
going to try to kill me. Maybe he's not going to try to kill me because he's a nice person. Maybe he's back in love with me again. He's in love with me again. So they've run full circle here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
This film was a big deal, man.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hang out. I want to go on those little flying boats. Come on, is that entertaining, the flying boats? Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I'm there.
They're plane boats.
Plane boats, right. No, they had some flourish to them.
Yeah,
Carl.
some of the boats were a little fancy. You're right.
Look at that elevated subway car behind them in the back. It's going right into that building. Look, the people in the windows are animated. So crazy.
Yep. And that's why it won Best Cinematography and everything. So here they are. What a contrast. Before, she was scared. He was stoic, silent.
It was a very awkward ride into the city.
Yeah. So they're going to sail home, which I don't get because they docked the boat. They took the train. I don't get it. But for
they docked the boat, and then she ran to the nearest train, and he hopped on. So the boat must have been on dock somewhere.
Yes, but you see, he started from their farm, went out to do the deed, didn't do it, and returned to the farm. So they shouldn't have to cross the water again, you see.
Yeah, but this is a nice contrast from the earlier boat ride.
Yes, and that is what the director's probably trying to do. I hope everything stays cool and like nobody's threatened with drowning because there's some sort of storm or something. That would suck. But I think it's you can see the moonlight on the plane on the water.
Sure.
Calm night.
I was promised sunrise in this movie, though. Oh, the old burning flaming barge. of
No,
dancing hobos.
no, it's like an inlet. They're on shore.
They're
Am I
on shore?
wrong? Yeah, I think yes.
World's first Burning Man.
They wouldn't have a raging fire on a. Yeah, you see to the left, it's like land.
Gotcha,
still
yeah.
going.
She's dancing to the techno music they're blasting.
Techno.
Oh, oh.
He's trying to kiss her, and
Oh, I will not. I have to serve my country.
Look at how they smush their faces together. I really wish I could go back in time and see
And
people
see if that's for
kissing
real.
in the real world.
You
Yeah.
pervert. I want to go to Bud.
Because why is it every single movie? Maybe it was a real thing.
Let's go to the dispensary. You mean Bud? But the problem is they're going home and that marriage wrecker is waiting for them. Oh, there you go. I'm going to serve you lobster while you sleep. I'll put a bib on first. There you go. The Imperial forces won't see you now, Princess Leia. Worst haircut.
Yeah, and they did it on well, I already beat that to death. Late. It's kind of getting stormy in the city.
Yeah, look at Metropedius. Oh, what a bad idea having this carnival after all.
I paid $200,000 for this set.
Wreck the set. I'm sorry.
I
don't
think I
speak
already
German.
told you, but Fox Pictures would go on to use this set over and fucking over again because they need to make their money back. The box office did not.
I'm not necessarily crying. I mean, I know this was shot in California. The studio lots have a weird history of like giant companies going under and then new companies buying the lot or evolving it. So, you know, boo-hoo. They created a movie studio. This guy helped them create a back lot that they use for multiple movies. I'm crying.
Right.
Yeah. Although this is crazy. I would hate to be an extra in this scene.
Yeah, you hate when wind is like in Florida wind.
Wind.
It distracts from the plot.
Yeah, but this is intentional. I mean, I get you. I do agree. I do agree. It drives me crazy watching trees blow in the wind. Oh no, this boat idea was stupid. I'm not okay. Don't drown this time for reals. For realsy, don't drown. Is she gonna drown?
As you know, I never spoil the film, so I'm going to let you not know that she drowns.
Good. Don't tell me she drowns.
Now, he remembers the fiendish plot of Fu Manchu, in which he was going to use the rushes to save himself. Now that he cares and loves about his wife again, he's going to take those rushes and fashion them to her
to save her.
To help save her.
Gee, what a deep sleeper. I finally woke up. What's going on?
How can you ask me what's going on when the wind is blowing, the sea is turbulent? You know what's going on.
Yeah. Don't pretend you're sleeping.
Somebody flushed the toilet in our lake? No.
Whoa.
Look, there's our fucking house. Come on.
We're only 6 knots out. Just 6 fathoms to go.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back.
Or it's only 4 leagues under. Oh no, Mike is leaving. I'm sorry, audience. Now I'm alone with you. And I'm a little creepy. Let me try to tell you something about this film. Mornow chose the then new Fox Movie Tone sound on film system, making Sunrise one of the first feature films to synchronize music score and sound effects. On the soundtrack, you already know that. What else? The groundbreaking cinematography by Charles Rocher and Carl Struss. Who? I can't stress it enough. It was done by Carl Struss. Carl with a K, which isn't cool, ladies and gentlemen. Go to carlsucks.com with a C. Don't do a K, because Carl really does suck. Groundbreaking cinematography features particularly praised tracking shots. And I've been keeping track of these shots. Extensive use of forced perspective is striking, particularly in a shot of the city with normal-sized people and sets in the foreground and smaller figures in the background by much smaller sets. Now, you might notice we're not seeing titles anymore like "A Storm Came." This guy apparently really hated title cards, and I already told you. Look how intense. I'm suspecting this is a miniature that they did in slow motion. That's what I'm suspecting. I don't know that it's true. I wish Mike was here to get his opinion, because you look at these waves and they're serious. How can you make these waves in a lake? Okay, the calm after the storm. We've all heard of the calm after the storm, and here we have it. Now, it's hard to see him in this print, but he is in the bottom left.
Hi, Carl.
Welcome back, Mike. What happened was the storm was happening, and then, like I told you, he tied the rushes on. I was wondering how they did the effect of the storm. Like, was it a miniature in slow motion because the waves looked a little funky? But I don't think so. This is like the boat capsized, they got washed, and now he's alone in this little cave inlet, or maybe he's on the shoreline. I'm not sure
Right.
from the picture, but
Where's she?
she
Where's
is
the woman?
nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen because
Oh, no.
she drowned.
But he tied the green grow the rushes on her.
Well, this film is a tragedy. Okay.
It's ironic, right? Because he was going to kill her anyway.
And the rushes were to save him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He would have died because the rushes did shit.
Boy, I wish I could just rewind the
I apologize.
episodes in which you say green grow the rushes wrong, because you said it's so stupid. I forget what you said. Do you remember what you said?
I know.
Groceries go. Something weird. You were like,
Yeah, I can't. Whatever. It's not. It doesn't roll off the my.
No, it doesn't. Not, especially not from the stone brain. Hey, look, there's a woman from the city, and she's hearing some sort of commotion.
So she's like, "Psych, he did it."
Right, because they're like, everybody rally to go help find the missing woman from the storm. Now, we will not see her naked, but we're going to get it implied.
Like a wind will blow up.
One thing that's weird is like, what is she still doing there but for waiting for the dude?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Literally, there's shots back of her just hanging out in bed waiting for him to come back.
She smokes cigarettes. She sleeps. She has a bite to eat.
She gets her shoe shine.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that should not be an indemnity. You can hang out at my farm, but I'm not shining your shoes.
What in the world is there to do in that little village? Like, why? It's for vacationers to use the lake. So if you're not doing that, there's nothing to do. So, what? Full backle nudity. She grabs another. So we almost saw her naked, and it didn't work out.
But the cameraman refused to move just 3 inches to the right.
National Board of Review.
Yeah.
Look, she doesn't close her door.
I know. It's no longer a door.
Now, look, she can't run down there to see what's going on. So she just hides.
Up in the tree.
Try to observe. Everyone's like, let's go. See, there's husband saying, please go find her. Please help. She's out there somewhere.
The city girl's like, wow, he's really acting.
Yeah, that's right. She thinks, okay, our plan is going to task here.
We'll sell the farm.
It's been a long time. It's been a day, right?
Right. He was going to kill her this morning.
Yeah. Boy, he's going to sleep good tonight. He's got to be exhausted.
Oh, he had a busy day, Carl. Full trip.
Yeah, he caught a pig. He tried to kill a woman. He danced he didn't have enough money for the bill. It's been a big day. Now, look, who's that?
Is she alive?
No.
She drowned?
Look how she's hanging on the rushes.
Yeah. Still with the wig. Rushes this shit.
Now, the thing is, they will now have a wig on her that looks like fucked up hair. Like she's been in the water.
The budget had 2 wigs scheduled.
Wet wig and dry wig.
Wet wig and dry wig. Wet wig.
Now, this is 1927, and back then they still had the wig party, and she was in it.
Oh, back then I knew nothing.
I'm just kidding. That was the 1700s.
I'm part of the Know Nothing party.
How's that working out?
I don't know.
Perfect answer. Look at him.
Hey, he's not even speaking.
But he's trying to scream for her name. Now, we don't know the name.
Right, they're listed as like the man, the wife.
Right. But
Woman,
apparently
maybe.
when there was filming, they did have names. He took away the names to give it more symbolism so that they represented.
Right. The abstract.
The long sequences of pure action. No. Here we go. The characters go unnamed, lending them a universality conducive to symbolism. Two main characters are never officially named in the film, although the screenplay names Anne, Sass, and Indre. These names were also used on set. Lip readers have claimed to see the names being spoken by the characters to each other.
Nice.
Anas and Indre, I guess. So look, he's defeated. He's slumping over. It's ruined. I don't have a wife anymore. She is dead as the door. It's a dead go the rushes. Careful, that electricity in that lamp.
I know, right? All those fireflies are about to drown.
You're going to drown the fireflies. They're like, well, poor dude. His wife
take your hat off.
Dead.
Come on, take your hat off, dude.
Do you need more fireflies, sir? Let's go back. She's fucking dead.
We'll donate the dandruff on our heads that we exposed.
Wow, they spared no expense. They even got dandruff for the wig.
Yeah.
Just to make it look
$5,400 worth of dandruff.
So, as you know, we broadcast out of San Francisco. Our hero was born in San Francisco, and Janet Gaynor graduated from San Francisco Polytechnic High School in 1923. So there's some San Francisco in this thing.
Right. Even though this is a non-disclosed area.
Right.
They called it the man, the woman, the farm, the city.
Now, she would go on in 1937. Okay, Lady from the City is seeing the pretending, acting, despondent husband.
Right.
And she's going, wow, you get an Oscar. It's a good thing they came out this year because you're going to win an Oscar for this live performance, and we're going to go bang every night in the city.
Right.
Now, this is someone's mom. I don't know if it's
I think it's the woman's mom's.
Yeah, you're probably right. With the baby.
Yeah.
And she's going to be, he's not hugging her, helping her. He just is shell-shocked.
From World War One.
Yes. Now, Gaynor would go, not from World War One. He was unscathed in the war, by the way. That was one of the things that was
crazy.
Impressive about him. He did all this dangerous stuff, chasing submarines and helping wounded men as a medic on the field, like a stretcher guy, and never got killed.
Wow.
Got shot. This Janet Gaynor would go on to do the famous A Star Is Born in 1937. And of course she won another Oscar for, well, no, it was a nomination. I'm just saying she would go on to do a lot of stuff. I got a long list here of films you never heard of. She retired only in 1939, which is pretty early. And she married costume designer Adrian. That's the only name I have. She had a son. The weird thing is Adrian was totally gay, and they married. Look, he doesn't have lead boots here. He's got lead legs.
I know. Oh, the side of her bed.
He's despondent. Yeah, he cannot believe what has happened. But the woman from the city sure as fuck can believe it. And she's pretty happy about it. Here she comes. Now, there is no more wife, but she's still going to give the whistle, their signal.
Right. That's Pavlovian. He suddenly gets an erection.
Yeah, but not anymore. Not anymore. He's pissed now. He's going, that's the whistle of that bitch. You got me into this predicament.
Oh, right. He's gonna...
And the rushes did not save her. Why would it have saved me?
Why wouldn't they have rushes in the boat anyway? If it's a
Like
preserver.
as a life preserver? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh, look at that. Slowly I churn.
I'm an actor. I'm an actor. I'm acting.
I'm acting.
Now look, the door opened on its own.
Weird.
Now she's like, our plan, everything worked great. Give me a kiss, honey. We could sex kiss again. And then she goes, wait a minute. You don't want to sex kiss me.
You want a
wanna
sex
kill
kill.
me. Wait.
Wow, the music's going apeshit.
Now wait. They have now found, they're taking her out of the water. Chokety choke, 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 choke.
Don't do it.
Now she's saying, is she saying the real name that we?
Oh, right.
When we live in?
And
He's calling to her, and she's happy. Now, what does that imply?
oh, the woman's not drowned.
Yeah, she's alive.
Yee. Look at she's walking out of there.
Yeah, she's slinking away, if that's a word.
He's got that hunch.
Yeah, he's
Look at
got
the way he walks.
He's alive. Yeah.
Those boots.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. She's alive. What are you talking about?
Why was I choking this woman then? Oh,
Now,
so the green grow the grushes does work, Carl.
Grushes. You did it again. Green grow to grushes. Look at her fake wig, her stringy hair wig. My hair's been wet wig.
That's right. Now, you mentioned that the title cards disappeared towards the end of the film.
Correctamundo. Like, for instance, we didn't say, she's alive. We didn't see, Now,
don't ruin it. They're going to be sexing.
that's right. Now, he's going to tell the story of how he found her and brought her out.
Oh, wow. Went around the point. Just get to the point, I said.
So apparently he didn't give up hope. He knew how the tides worked. So he went around to another place where it was going to be taking them out, and he found her. Now, there's some weird jealousy thing. Like, the mom is so happy she's touching him. But look, the wife is over her shoulder there.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe it.
And there's going to be a little bit of jealousy, which is interesting. She's so happy.
Oh, yeah. Look at her.
Look at her face. Look at her. Well, this isn't cool. He likes it.
Uh-oh. I see a rolling pin coming in 3.
He wants another. Oh, ow.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frying pan would have been funnier.
Okay, everybody, get the fuck out of here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. Last call. Get out of here. I got to fart. Close the door. Oh, I've been holding this in all day. Here it is, Carl. Movie title. Sunrise.
What a bad print it looks like this second, but this is the best print we got.
I'm telling you, the other version I saw, I couldn't even see anything.
It's all foggy.
Yeah.
Who's going back to the city? Yeah, you're not getting any.
Yeah, look at that face.
Right.
Could have got the farm.
Yeah.
Wife bought the farm.
Tired ass out of here. Why don't you take the train?
Wife dies, she buys the farm. I move in, I buy the farm. I had it all planned out.
Oh, it's funny when you buy the farm. He bought the farm means you died.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a brand new day.
Yeah,
There's
the
baby.
sunrise.
There's nice wig.
Right.
It's the
This is
morning
recovering wig.
recovery wig. Good morning, sunrise.
Good morning song between two humans. And I say that as a fellow human.
She would go on to be in the Broadway play of Harold and Maude. She would go on to be in the Broadway
Really?
play of On Golden Pond in 1982.
Oh, but she's not good enough for the movie. I got you.
Sunrise.
There's the sunrise. I think this is the scene I always confuse me because they're going to be penis.
Penis. It's pronounced penis.
All right, Phineas. He did it. He remained faithful, Carl.
That was terrific.
What did you think of it? It was terrific, right?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't have much criticism. You know what I mean? It was a good film. It was
Yeah,
good.
I agree with you. We watch a lot of trash films on purpose here, but
Right.
I can't trash this film. It delivered. It was terrific. I love the little nightclub merry-go-round Ferris
Yeah.
wheel thing. It wasn't even a Ferris wheel, it was a fucking roller coaster. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this movie as much as we don't really have much to say about this film. Normally we'll say Stacy Keach was unbelievable with Roger Moore. None of that.
Well, I mean,
Classic film.
okay, it was a very beautiful expressionist film. It had all these innovations. They were really doing a good job with what they had to work with.
Right.
The way they superimposed two images was unheard of. The way that the music soundtrack went and sound effects went with the film was unheard of. They had a great opening night with a Mussolini interview and the Vatican's choir. I don't know why this movie wasn't a hit. It was critics loved it.
And it was one of those like it should have been a hit movies where you watch it and you go, "This is a good movie." Like
Yeah.
it's accessible. It has motion, action, and yeah, it's
Just
a good
like
film.
The General with Buster Keaton. You're like, why wasn't that a blockbuster smash?
Yeah, absolutely. Carl, let's talk about next week and things to come.
Yeah.
Our next week's movie is Things to Come.
Oh, H.G. Wells. That's
Right.
right. Okay, let me write it.
This is from 1936. It is the H.G. Wells book come to life. This is Carl recommended this movie, which makes it even more. Let's see if we have a trailer for it.
Okay, good question.
Nope. I just see all full length.
It sounds right. This is the kind of film that wouldn't have it. This is some sort of film in which there's going to be a disaster in this. It starts out there like it's going to be war. They're on the brink of war, and it will go forward into the future, and we'll get to see like what people in history thought the future was going to look like. All Flash Gordon kind of looking things.
Nice.
I haven't seen the film yet. That's just what I know about it, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to this too. I've never even read the book. I know of the book, and I'm a big fan of Nostradamus. So, hey, man, I'm all for things to come. So next week we'll be doing 1936 Things to Come for H.G. Wells. You can find us. Before we get out of here, I want to say and then I'd like to say donate to the station, Mutiny Radio. Go to Venmo at Mutiny Radio is the official handle. Throw in some bucks. Check us out. We are everywhere and nowhere. We're on Discord with our own channel, LWAFLMOYT. But we do have a Facebook page. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube. Very popular, as well as a very unpopular Twitter. My Twitter account still has 20.
Very
30,
unpopular. Yeah.
Very unpopular. I haven't posted, that's why. And we also on one other thing, right, Carl?
Well, we're on YouTube on LWAFLMOYT, and I sync the movie and our podcast. So that's the perfect experience for the show, our YouTube channel.
On YouTube. And you can see us in person as well as the celebrity comedian being interviewed. You get to see them as well.
Right.
All right, Carl. Hey, this has been a blast. And we want to welcome you guys to join us next week. Hang out. If you're listening to Mutiny Radio, Ugly Sundays is next. So keep listening. And thanks, Pam Benjamin, for my Mutiny Radio t-shirt.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. You should launder that.
No way, man. That means I would have to take the shirt off. All right. Well, on that note, we'll see you guys next week with our Razzies are coming up. Razzies.
Yeah, that's right. Razzie's episode. We're
Razzies.
going to vote on air.
We're voting on air. Razzies. We're both members. See you later.
Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman. It's been over 1 long year watching movies, bad, strange, and weird, commandeered by Michael. Hi, this is Carl. I'm Mike's friend. I wrote this song. My turn-ons are French poodles, Chinese noodles, and German strudels. You should follow me on Twitter. It's Jokes to Carl. That's the French duh, not the duh. Now let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Michael Spiegel. Michael